Most people don't have a results problem. They have a systems problem. Every client I see already has a path. I don't guess in consultations. I follow a system. My protocols aren't random. They're repeatable. And if you're ready to build your business like this is exactly what I teach inside my 6-week group mentorship. Spring edition begins May 4th. Registration is open now. Because when your systems are right, your results stop being optional.
What's up, everybody? It's Maisha Edmond, licensed cosmetologist in the state of New York. Also, your most favorite trichology mentor. Hello, and strategist. I'm super excited to be here with you today. It is May 1st. No, it's not. It's April 1st. It is April 1st, and I am so excited that it is the second quarter. First of all, how did you do? How did you do? How was business? First quarter, you made it through. What would you do differently? Was there something that you did that you like, I will never do that again, right? I need to know all the things. I need to know all the things. And so I just wanted to jump on and say, hey, I'm checking on the trichologists. How y'all doing? How are we doing, right? And I wanted to just kind of like recalibrate. So a bit of housekeeping. Trichology 911 group mentorship is on May 1st. And so you have a little over a month to get your seat. Your virtual seat is going to be absolutely amazing. And I have a really, really great plan for us once we're done. We're not going to have a whole bunch of people, right? We're not going to do a whole bunch of people because I really want to get you the assets that you need. And so I am super excited about Group Mentorship 2026 Spring Edition. It's going to be so good. Okay, and so let's talk about a few things. Your quarter two. What is your goal? What is your financial goal? Because a lot of times I don't know why we don't do that, especially in trichology, right? I have run into so many people that's like, oh, am I supposed to be? Yeah. How much you going to make? How many people you going to serve? What are you going to put out there? I think it was like last week, and I say this all the time in conversation, but I said it last week to myself again. And that was, if you can make $1, you can make $1 million, right? And the reason why I'm saying this before you get is because you're in business to make money, right? Although the purpose behind it, the mission behind it may be that, you really want to help people to overcome hair loss and different things like that, but you are in the business of it, right? The business of trichology to make money. And so I said to myself, well, if I can make $1 million, I can make $1. If I can make 35, I can make 3,500. Literally hit the goal, right? Raised it this week. We're on track, right? But not only that, but I'm making a difference while I'm hitting my goals. Does that make sense? So when you are the solution, you are also going to be compensated for your solution giving abilities, right? And so that's like really, really important. Listen, people don't just want revelation or that aha, right? They want transformation, right? That's what people need, right? They need what I realized is that I was like really breaking my neck trying to do a lot of DIYs. Like, I can teach you, you can learn this, all you got to do is, and people don't care nothing about that. They don't care, right? They want DFY versus DIY. DFY is done for you. DIY is do it yourself, right? And so if I can provide the solution for people and they can walk away happy with the solution and then be able to use their time for other things, then I'm here for it, right? And so I'm not building the mentorship around teaching you how to do everything, right? Because I feel like you know how to do it. If you're a trichologist and you found me, there are certain things you know how to do. Now there'll be little things you say, "Oh, Naisha, I never heard of that," and I'm all for it. I'm gonna tell you how to do it, but we're gonna have strategy around it, right? Because I'm building, I'm building it around what you're gonna walk away with. Right before it was like, okay, I want to teach everybody and everybody just knows, and this is just easy and don't worry about it. But now I need you to understand what you're going to walk away with, right? And as I said last week, when you leave this mentorship, you're leaving not with notes, right? You're not just leaving with notes. You are leaving with your message being refined. Do you even have a message? Or are you just like, I just want to grow hair. I just want to be a trichologist. I want to come from behind the chair traditionally, and I want to do whatever. You want to leave with a clear positioning. You also want to leave with your content already created, because I was talking to a couple of friends and I was saying, in 2020 and in 2021, we sitting around, we locked in, world is closed, it's shut down. So we don't have nothing but time to learn how to, become a welder, learn how to play the cello, build a house, breed some cows. Like, we have all these things we got time to do, right? And so we really did spend a lot of money in buying information, lots of classes and courses and stuff like that. But now as stuff is moving, and if you notice, like, time is flying. So do you really have time to sit and try to figure out how to build this, how to do that? If that's not your thing. Now, if that's your thing, that's something else. But if it's not your thing, then you don't really have time to waste on that. You need to be working in your business, right? You need to be doing the things that's going to make a difference. And so what I'm excited to do is create assets that speak for you, even when you're not in the room. And so when you're in the group mentorship, you're learning how to use those, how to be positioned, how to use those things to your greatest advantage. And, this isn't just trichology, right? This is for any expert who knows what they do works, right? But I just happen to be a trichologist. You know that what you do works. You know that you don't necessarily grow hair, and that it is not your responsibility to grow hair. And don't feel bad that you're not growing hair. Your responsibility, if you are a trichologist worth your weight in minoxidil, is to give people a better quality of life through the things that we have learned. So being able to make the most out of being able to read blood work and giving treatment plans and different things like that. Like, you want to be in a position to help people, right? And think about it. You haven't really packaged the stuff that you know in a way that makes people listen, it makes them respond, and it makes them move, right? You just kind of like show the picture of you in a lab coat and you're like, hey, I'm a trichologist and I grow hair. But the way you're saying it, people are not listening, that they're not responding and they're not moving. They're not moving to the buy button. They're not coming to see, okay, if she says she did this for herself, I need to do this. This is exactly what I need, right? You can spend the next 6 months trying to learn how to do this, right? Now look at this. You already spent 6 months, a year, 18 months learning trichology, right? If you did it, you use 6 months to do that, right? But do you have another 6 months for that? If you are going to join me for group mentorship, you can take 6 weeks and learn how to get it done, right? You don't have to learn how to do all these things. You're going to get 6 weeks getting it done, positioning yourself, speaking up, helping people to understand that I'm the expert in this, right? So that's really good. And also, I'm no longer teaching this like a class, the group mentorship. I'm no longer teaching it like it's a class, right? Because I got to look at the fact that you don't need another class. You don't need just a bunch of information. You need to know how to apply. And we learn so many things that we don't know how to apply. And that's why most of us are stuck, because we do not understand application and we do not understand. I always tell people recover quickly, right? In that, I'll say this: as a trichologist, you get this information, you go to a class, you read something or whatever. What recover quickly means in this instance is start using that information and apply it right away. Don't think that you have to make yourself an expert and what your idea of expertise is, right? If you've been watching me and you see my videos and you see my posts and you see the different things that I'm offering, right? I'm offering those on the outside because I don't have to teach you about trichology. So if you don't hear me say mitochondria, you don't hear me say follicles, you don't hear me say, because I've said that, I spent my time saying that. Now I'm like, listen, you're watching, you're thinking, and you're waiting. Today is the day that I need to start to apply the information that I have. And how am I going to make it work for me, right? You need something that works, whether you feel like showing up or not. Because life is lifing, and people are, listen, I have a college graduate in about a little less than 2 months, right? There are things that I have to do for my son. I have 3 other children that are doing amazing things. And sometimes I can't show up. I have to do stuff like this, like pre-record, or I have to have videos in place. I have to have my stuff in place. So the days that I have free time, I am setting things up so that on the days that I can't show up, I'm still showing up. You get what I'm saying? And so that's the whole gist, right? That's the whole gist of why we are doing group mentorship this way. We're doing it this way. This mentorship is about positioning. It is about clarity. It is about execution, right? So again, you're not going to leave with notes. You're going to leave with a finished work, right? You don't leave with ideas. You leave with assets, and you don't leave trying to figure it out, but you leave already positioned. You know what the position is going to be. By the time you leave, you're going to have 5 videos, right, that speak for you. You're going to have your messaging that's going to be cleared and refined. You are going to have assets that you can use all year long, that you're not scrambling. You're not the week before Black Friday talking about what can I use? What can I do? You know, it's your birthday and you're saying, I should do a birthday something, but I don't want to know what to do. Or what about that class I put out? Or what about that course I put out? You're not scrambling, you're not guessing, and you're not starting over every time you want to post. So you have stuff in place. I'm showing you how to make your systems work for you, right? And so the old way is that you buy tools, you learn platforms, and you spend months figuring it out, right? And now you have a whole bunch of half-finished content sitting in Canva. I spoke to somebody just yesterday that's like, listen, I got all these projects out on the table and I've not finished any of them. And then you get beat up because you set deadlines, those deadlines come, you were not able to meet those deadlines and you're beating yourself up, right? So again, you could spend 6 months trying to learn, or you can get 6 weeks and get it done. And so on that, I have shifted. This is going to be a positioning and asset mentorship. Positioning and asset mentorship. I do have different means that you can use to pay, but it is going to be worth every single dollar plus times 10. Plus times 10. So if you've been watching, if you've been thinking about it, if you've been waiting, today is the day that you sign up. It is going to be absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to work with you. Yeah, that's just it. That's it. So I just want to jump on, say hey, see how you were doing, kind of pique your interest as far as not only the group mentorship, but where do you see yourself? What are you doing? The weather is getting nice. You want to go and do stuff. You want to be somewhere doing some stuff. I have some systems in place where you can do those things and have your toes in the sand, still doing trichology, toes in the sand, still making a difference, sliding down the water slide. You feel me? All right. So that was it. I just wanted to check on you and say hey and all the good things like that. And yeah, so reach out to me for more information about group mentorship. I'm definitely going to have some things up. You can go to my page as well and see that I already have a link up. I'll put it out again. Have a great day today. Happy hair growing.
Most people don't have a results problem. They have a systems problem. Every client I see already has a path. I don't guess in consultations. I follow a system. My protocols aren't random. They're repeatable. And if you're ready to build your business like this is exactly what I teach inside my 6-week group mentorship. Spring edition begins May 4th. Registration is open now. Because when your systems are right, your results stop being optional.